Hello and welcome to my little area where I've been coding up a storm with a Quarry Mk.3. Now the Mk.2 version should have already been posted at this point, so you kind of know what to expect, but you haven't seen nothing yet. What I am going to demo is a few quality of life features that I've included into this world just to make it easier to get to and from my bunker, because as you can see there's no command blocks visible, because at some point I intend to have all this work in this Tekkit world and upload it to Realms, so people on XboxOne can join and play on like a Tekkit industrial craft style server, so stay tuned for that. But in respect of that, I've had to make sure that no one can mess with the blocks, so I've had to future proof it right from the beginning. So you can see the world spawn here, and if I open up this and click on Bedrock, sorry, it teleports me into the command block. Okay? How cool is that? Like, I don't need to type a command, I don't need a special item, it just boom, what the? We're at diamond level, bedrock level. What are you? You know what? Don't worry about it. But yeah, this is my little command core area where I'm currently bringing up all the stuff, and just through there you can get a kind of peek at the new quarry. But I just wanted to show you that down here, and then I've got another little thing here, so I can turn that off, so I can pick up bedrock. And the second I turn that on and have bedrock in my inventory, boom, it removes it and teleports me down here. So pretty simple. Just constant check to see if I've got bedrock, and then if that's conditional true, it'll just teleport me here. And then this one's just a teleport back to the center of that block there. So pretty straightforward. Right then, so what are we doing today? We are showing Quarry Mk.3. So I will just quickly zip over to this space where I've cleared out a nice little area, and I'll show you how it works. Now, a little bit different before. I thought the name tags and the armor stands were a bit crappy. So what we've done here is we've got a very similar setup where you whack an armor stand on top, boom, like that. But inside here we've got the crafting recipe, the quarry control circuit, the custom blocks that I've been creating for use in experiments, and crafting recipes. If I actually just go quickly back to the base, I will show you some of the custom blocks that I've got. So we've got basic circuit board, which is required to make the quarry circuit board. You do that with redstone, sand for the silicon, and that will give you a basic circuit board. And then in the quarry we need a basic circuit board, some grindstones, pistons, stone cutters, an iron pick, and another redstone repeater, and that will give us the quarry control circuit. And then we can use the quarry control circuit along with some scaffolding, blast furnaces, and more grinders to make the quarry itself. And then we've got the quarry operating BIOS, which I like the software that these machines are using to install. You'll see how that works in a moment. So let's get back up there and get back over to where our little blocky poos was. Now in the finished version, these armor stands will just immediately turn invisible as soon as you put them down. Now that's what it would look like. So you've just got a machine like you would have on Tekkit. You put the armor stand down, it would just go black, invincible right away. So you pull out your ingredients, really straightforward, and then you just throw the book on. And you pick the book back up, and boom. Now this is the best part. Check this out. So what it's doing now is it's going to move down and down and down until it runs out of air to move into. As soon as it runs out of air, it will stop, and then every 30 seconds, you can see on the right hand side, it's going to dig a layer. So right now we're just going to have to wait because it's moved all the way down. There we go. It's dug out that layer, so now it's going to drop down to the next one automatically. And what I will do is quickly pop back to the base, and we'll just adjust this timer a moment. And there it goes. So if you had it set to dig every second, it would look like that. I would recommend it because it's pretty laggy. But if you had a smaller diameter quarry, if it was like a 5x5, another cool feature about this, you probably just saw right there, is that it teleports the EXP to a random player as well. So rather than losing the EXP at the bottom of this hole, it gets teleported to a random player. So you can see those all just popping up now and then. And like every other quarry before it, it will stop when it hits bedrock. Okay, so how is this working? Well, the quarry deploy system is here. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to execute at the E-named Quarry BIOS, which is that book that we threw on top, and it's going to look to see if that's within a block of an armor stand. If it is, it's going to test what the block that armor stand's standing on against one of these coordinates, which happens to be here. If that is true, then it will summon an armor stand called Quarry Core, and it will teleport the existing armor stand that is currently occupying the same space as this operating BIOS. So only the armor stand occupying the same square will get teleported away. And it's also going to clone in another block from these set of coordinates, which is the quarry itself. So I'll just show you that, because obviously anything you're going to have cloned in, you've got to keep safe, so it's in a bedrock chamber. So here is the original quarry that I constructed, and as you can see, the drill bit at the top here. Now these 3 blocks at the top are very important. This is how we get the piping to go all the way down to the bottom level. We're basically cloning this area here over and over again and moving it down a couple of blocks. So I'll just go show you how that's being accomplished. Now this is the dig routine, so this is how it digs specifically, and it will do that every time the seconds are between 29 and 30. This is the specific set of modules to just clone the drill bit until it meets the ground level. There's XP's getting teleported to me. So at every second it's going to pull a signal off this, and it's going to test at the quarry core armor stand to see if 3 blocks below it is air. If that is true, it's going to clone that center section down by 2. See, it always clones from a corner, so you need these negative numbers. If you notice, the quarry had -8 on the -8 and -8 on the X and Z, because it always clones from the corner. So you need to figure out, if you're happy with that, that's fine, but I wanted mine to be at the center. Like, I wanted the armor stand to be at the very center, and because the center is 8 blocks from either direction, then, you know, that's why there's 2 -8s there. So it's going to clone that center section down, and it's going to play the sound of a piston being pushed in. Now once that stops being true, this one's going to kick in, and this one's going to this is just an impulse block that I've got nothing in, just so I can control this from a repeating circuit but give it just one input. So then we're going to clone exactly the same as before. We're going to clone down the area, then we're going to dig the actual hole 7 by 7 so it stays within the bounds of that quarry, because obviously 8 by 8, you know, hence why we're using -8 on X and Z. Then we're going to teleport any items that are within 12 tiles of the quarry core to the quarry core, which is that bot at the center. I've only got that in place at the moment because it's still kind of unfinished. I haven't got an output pipe. I kind of want to have one on the corner like Tekkit, but for the moment that's how it's all going to that bit in the center just while I'm testing it. Then it's going to teleport all the XP orbs within that range to the nearest player, sorry, a random player. And it's going to play a sound of a piston. It's going to check to see if it's 8 tiles above bedrock, and if it is, it's going to kill itself, because we don't want it going through bedrock for a start, but also we don't want it coming through the ceiling of this and destroying everything. So we got those checks in place, and this is just a simple timing circuit that every tick adds 1 to a value, a scoreboard I set as ticks, checks to see if that reaches 25. When it does, it sets it to 0, and then it sets another value, which is seconds, to adds another value to 1 to seconds. It's going to test at the end of that chain every time to see if that seconds has hit 30, and if it has, it's going to reset that to 0. Really, it is that simple. So if we head back up there now, you will see that this majestic beast has dug all the way down to bedrock, and we can just simply descend down through the scaffolding. So I mean, like, for example, this is how survival friendly this is, right? Look, so you come up here, you don't even have to jump, look, to get up to this. That's how well designed this quarry is, guys. So you come up to the top, and you simply come along here, and go in like so. And then down you go. And there we go. So we're now at the bottom, and you will notice if we break this open, the armor stand has destroyed itself. A lovely jubbly. And we've got a lovely quarry all the way down to bedrock with a nice little moving quarry digger thingamajigger. So, I do hope that went down well, that you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more Tekkit style stuff in the future, and until then, I will see you next time.